This is the QTV Nightly News, and I am Lolly M. Kamara. Thanks for joining us on this extended bulletin. Here are the headlines. Senegal's Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko attended the second edition of Gambia-Senegal Economic Trade and Investment Forum hosted by the Gambia Investment and Export Promotion Agency, GAIPA, in collaboration with Senegal's equivalent of GAIPA, APEX, and the High Commission of the Gambia in Dakar. The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, MOHAST, held a one-day stakeholder review and validation of the final draft report of their Madrasa survey. In a heartwarming ceremony at the National Assembly, Assembly members paid tribute to the outgoing clerk of the National Assembly, Mamadou A. Cisse. Freetown celebrated Mayor Yvonne Akisoya visited Kanifi municipality on Thursday as part of the ongoing sister-city relationship between the two municipalities. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, MOHAST, held a one-day stakeholder review and validation of the final draft report of their Madrasa survey. Mamadou Gajaga attended the convergence, and he now reports.
Madrasas in the Gambian context refers to educational institutions for Islamic study and where the teaching is done in Arabic. In Arabic-speaking countries, the word in modern times refers to any institution of education. The survey being reviewed today, specifically how they can integrate their curriculum and provide opportunities for students to continue further education after completing secondary education. The study found some shortcomings, such as limited work options for Madrasa graduates and a skill shortage, particularly in sciences, earth, and engineering. Professor Pierre Gomez, the Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, has been championing the cause of integrating Madrasa education within the general education curriculum.
This initiative is a treatment to our commitment to inclusive, and I underline inclusive, integrated, and transformative education that promotes equity and social justice in alignment with our national development goals.
Madrasa graduates are often faced with realities of being restricted to being Quranic teachers, known as ustaz, and imams. By being integrated into the general education, will be able to learn skills in STEM subjects and pivot to become employable in different and a wide range of sectors of the economy. Imam Babali is a classical example of someone who went through a madrasa education and still did conventional education to become an engineer.
And we want to have our madrasas also being trained professionally that they can become engineers, they can become civil engineers, they can become medical doctors, and so forth. That is the door that the minister has opened for us. And I have been telling him all along that in the madrasas you have genius there, very intelligent chaps, very much educated, because the moment you master the Holy Quran, there's no subject that will be difficult for you.
The government has introduced a unified curriculum for all educational institutions, including the madrasa. Madrasas now teach a variety of core subjects, including Islamic studies, languages, history, geography, mathematics, and life skills. MOHAS is offering scholarships to support madrasa students for their education. Mamadou Sabali, presidential advisor, commends giving madrasa students an equal opportunity.
The Arabic Islamic student, the madrasa student, does not pay any less tax than those who do the conventional education. So those taxes that fund our education should be able to create equal opportunities for those who are using a different language, and the language is just different, it's not deficient.
Madrasa education has produced some of the finest Islamic scholars in the Gambia, some of whom became educators and established their own schools teaching Muslim students the Quran and Sunnah and serving as spiritual guides for their faith. MOHA's integrated madrasa education system, more madrasa graduates could become doctors, lawyers, engineers, and scientists, thereby contributing to the wider socio-economic development of the country. Mamadou Gajaga, QTV News.
Okay, from that story, we'll still continue. On Tuesday, the Gambia Investment and Export Promotion Agency, GAIPA, in collaboration with Senegal's equivalent of GAIPA, APEX, and the High Commission of the Gambia in Dakar, Senegal, hosted the second edition of the Gambia-Senegal Economic and Trade Investment Forum to foster a friendlier business environment between both nations. Senegal's Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko participated. Ma'am Nabuka attended the opening ceremony, and this is her report.
The Gambia-Senegal Economic Trade and Investment Forum was established in October 2023 when 2 MOUs on investments in key priority sectors including tourism, agriculture, ICT, energy and petroleum products, manufacturing, and improving cross-border transport between Banjul and Dakar was signed by both nations. In spite of these protocols, transport and trade between the two neighbors have not always been smooth. The forum aimed to enhance the ECOWAS protocol on the free movement of people, goods and services. This second edition of the forum aims to strengthen the existing bilateral ties between the Gambia and Senegal, foster economic and regional integration, promote trade and investment opportunities, and strengthen people-to-people relations. Here is His Excellency Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko. This event marks his first official visit to the Gambia.
The
world is not waiting for us. Africa should understand where its backwardness lies and work to resolve it. I believe cooperation between nations to be a brilliant solution that should be carried out on a day-to-day basis to foster smoother relationship ties between African countries. This is the crux of the matter, and it is why the Secretariat of the Gambia and Senegal will have a private meeting as part of the forum to infuse more dynamism into our relations.
Attended by over 200 individuals, the forum will include high-level plenary sessions, thematic sessions on trade and investment, a panel on energy, oil and gas, business meetings, and enterprise exhibition, all facilitated by participants from the two governments, private sectors, entrepreneurs, investors, and distinguished personalities from both countries. A key focus will be placed on bilateral economic cooperation, joint infrastructure projects, made in Gambia and made in Senegal products, and special economic zones amongst other significant sectors that are key to harmonizing a friendlier business environment. This is Ousseynou Senghor, the CEO of GAIPA, and Bakary Sega Bacheli, the Director General of APEX.
As we gather here under the theme, harmonization of a friendlier business environment, we are not just celebrating ties that bind us, but are also laying the groundwork for a future filled with opportunities and coordinated priorities.
Notre objectif est clair. Faire de ce forum une plateforme d'échange.
Our ultimate objective is to bring our forces together to develop key sectors and preserve our industries from unlawful activities, reduce tariffs, harmonize transit procedures, lessen trade barriers, and ensure that a bridge is built to strengthen the sovereignty of our economies. This way, the Gambia and Senegal work hand in hand to achieve sustainable development.
Mohamed B.S. Jallo, the Vice President of the Gambia, encouraged all key stakeholders to harness the momentum of the event and work to foster mutual prosperity for both the nations of Gambia and Senegal.
I urge our private sector actors to seize the opportunities presented today and our public institutions to remain steadfast in creating the conditions necessary for an effective business environment between the two countries.
To complement the forum, stalls from both Senegalese and Gambian traders dotted the grounds of the conference center to foster interactions and the exchange of goods. The opening ceremony officially ended with the signing of an MOU between the Gambia and Senegal Association of Manufacturers as part of both nations' efforts to foster a more harmonious business environment. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News.
In a heartwarming ceremony at the National Assembly, Assembly members paid tribute to the outgoing clerk of the National Assembly, Mamadou A. Cissé, acknowledging his exemplary service and dedication to the institution. Usman Jatta followed the event online and he now reports.
This dialogue on the resumption of the constitutional building process will provide honorable members of the National Assembly to take a deeper look, more calmly and soberly into key questions that define our politics and shape our political configuration.
Mamadou A. Cissé, outgoing clerk of the National Assembly, began parliamentary work in 1996. He became clerk in 2018, replacing former clerk of the National Assembly, Dudu Siem Kebe, and held the esteemed position for 6 years. Speaker of the National Assembly, Fabakary Tombong Jatta, Sidi SK Njai, Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Bileji Tunkara, Majority Leader, and Almame Jiba, Nam for Fonyi Councillor, lauded Cisse for his unwavering commitment to upholding the standards of parliamentary procedure, promoting transparency, and ensuring the smooth running of legislative affairs.
Beyond his official duties, Mamadou A. Cisse has been a mentor, a guide, and an inspiration to generations of staff and members of the National Assembly. His ability to lead with compassion and humility has left an indelible mark on all who have had the privilege of working with him.
Mamadou A. Cisse has been a very peaceful man and easygoing, who believes in dialogue, who believes in engagement, who believes in support for his staff.
As we pay our tribute to a man whose career has been synonymous with dedication, diligence, and an unwavering commitment to the service of this esteemed institution.
Your responsibility should not be saddled by cohorts. Your responsibility should not be saddled to have issues in which these are my people, these are not my people, stand firm. And this assembly is called the National Assembly of the Republic of the Gambia.
Served in various public institutions across the Gambia, is now succeeded by Khalifa M. Bai, the Deputy Clerk of Procedural Matters, who is now set to formally commence work on Friday, 20th December. The tribute ceremony concluded with a standing ovation as MPs and staff expressed their best wishes to the outgoing clerk, marking the end of an era and a new chapter for the National Assembly. Usman Jatta, reporting for QTV News.
Freetown celebrated Mayor Yvonne Akisoya visited Kanifi municipality on Tuesday as part of the ongoing sister-city relationship between the two municipalities. Julden Jai was there and Sina reports.
Mayor Yvonne Akisoya, known internationally for her transformative Transform Freetown initiative, shared her experiences and vision during the visit. Her work has inspired cities across Africa, and her presence in Kanifing was seen as an opportunity for collaboration and learning. Talib Ahmed Bensouda, Kanifing's mayor, highlighted the strong bond between the two cities, established in 2021, and praised Mayor Akisoya's contributions towards KMC and by extension Africa.
She has also connected us to the Bloomberg philanthropies, which we are actually currently working on applying a $1 million grant for. She's also nominated me to be a member of the next cohort of the African Mayors Leadership Initiative to be held in Cape Town in January. When we visited Freetown, we were impressed. The building, it's so massive, those who went were wondering, how is this possible? So it's a 16-story building with a 5-story parking garage. And they have a rooftop restaurant, they have a hotel inside, they have a banking hall inside, they have an auditorium inside. I mean, it was just wondrous. On top of that, there's so many things that we learned in terms of the administration.
Mayor Akisoya thanked KMC for the warm welcome and shared ideas for future initiatives aimed at improving urban development and youth engagement.
We can't talk about giving jobs to our youth and our women without making sure that we're also focusing on health, on water, on education, and on food security. So that's the framework of Transform Freetown, Transforming Lives, our development agenda for 2024 to 2028. A platform that we are using in our growth, but one that I know is something that will resonate with you as we continue our collaboration and continued learning. We might be bigger in numbers of people, we might be bigger in terms of years that our city has been around, but there's always an opportunity when brothers and sisters on the continent come together. There's always an opportunity for deepening our friendship, for cultivating opportunities for our residents to deepen their relationships, and for us collectively, together, to grow, to be more resilient, to be a place of more opportunities.
The visit included a tour of the Senegalese school in Kanifing, where the delegation met Senegalese Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko. They also visited the newly inaugurated Kanifing Municipal Library. During her speech, Mayor Akisoya emphasized the importance of youth leadership and grassroots initiatives, while Mayor Bensouda outlined KMC's plans to empower young people and drive local progress. For QTV News, I am Julden Yai.
We will now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have some more local news stories. Do stay tuned.
fii mooy fan fii mooy Inessa di place bi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp taam place bii bépp xeetu ataaya bu baax rek bu dugg see ci dëkk bi xamal ne fii rek la am bara wërga bii neex na lool saf na ba pare tamit nag am gu bu neex boo ko naanee rek da ngay kontaan ci saas añ ba suur ba gëreesal li nga lekk jëndal baara ataaya bii ndax moom la ñëpp taam gis nga sama client bii ataaya bu neex bu ne moom laa koy njëkk a jox ndax moom kat ataaya bu neex rek lay wër baara wërga bii mooy wërga bi gën te moo gën a saf kon nag ràññee leen ko bu baax kon daw leen gaaw ca Banjul foofu ca Inessa di place bi nga xam ni foofu rek nga ko mën a amee wholesale wala retail mu ngi foofu ci boori court house bi foofu ca Banjul wala nga daw ci bépp marché bépp supermarket bépp boutique fépp foo dugg rek di nga mën a am baara warga bii nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di wër tey baara warga moo dàq ci warga yi man maa ngi ci moom ndax su ma maree ataaya moom rek lay naan.
Introducing the Q-Smart and Q-Smart Plus, where innovation meets affordability. Capture life's precious moments with stunning clarity thanks to our high-resolution cameras. Enjoy uninterrupted performance with a fast processor and a long-lasting battery that keeps up with your day. The Q-Smart offers a 5.9-inch immersive display, powerful performance, and an all-day battery life, all for just $3,400. Plus get an incredible bundle of 15 gigabytes of data, 120 minutes of talk time, and 300 SMS absolutely free. Upgrade to the Q-Smart Plus featuring a faster processor and extended battery life and a larger 6.5-inch screen for just $4,000. With it, you receive a massive 30 gigabytes of data, 300 SMS, and 120 minutes of talk time completely free. All bundles are spread across a 3-month period. Don't miss out. Get your Q-Smart or Q-Smart Plus from QCell today. Discover the best in quality and value right here in the Gambia. Available at all QCell customer care centers across the country. For more information, call 111. QCell's the new boss. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back. The Association of Non-Governmental Organizations in the Gambia and Tango, in collaboration with the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, hosted its annual Civil Society Organizations, CSOs, and Non-Governmental Organizations, NGOs, end-of-year conference. Yafatu Gay was at the conference, and this is her report.
The conference, which seeks to reflect on the year's engagements by Tango, is themed Strengthening Partnership for Sustainable Development, empowering civil society to address poverty and build a unified future. It brought together a diverse group of stakeholders, including representatives from civil society, government, international organizations, and the private sector, to reflect on the achievements and challenges of the past year while charting a path forward for sustainable development in the Gambia. A central focus of the conference is to review the challenges and successes experienced by CSOs and NGOs throughout the year. Yadikonja Eribo, chairperson of Tango, highlighted the need for the annual convergence. She says the annual meeting is an opportunity to look inward and critically examine the challenges the organization continues to face and work on resolving them.
This convergence today is not only a celebration of our success, but also an opportunity to look inward and critically explain the challenges we continue to face and work on resolving them.
Carl Frederick Paul, the UN resident coordinator, elaborated on the importance of empowering civil society organizations for sustainable development and to achieve the UN's 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development.
So civil society organization and non-state actors such as your organization or the one you represent have long been the heartbeat of any transformative change within the communities you serve. CSOs are the bridge that connects global commitment to local realities. So you are locally connected, but also globally connected. And you also are able to translate aspiration into action and policies into tangible impact.
Siaka Marong, representing the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Welfare, extends the ministry's commitment to work with civil society organizations to achieve the country's sustainable development goals.
We have witnessed inspiring examples of collaboration between the government, civil society organizations, and the non-governmental organizations. Together, we have implemented initiatives that have positively impacted lives across the country, whether through capacity building programs for women, advocacy campaigns for child protection, or community-led projects promoting social inclusion.
The conference serves as a reflective moment for civil society organizations and a reminder of the powerful role they play in the nation's development. With the momentum from the conference, Tango and UNFPA aims to build upon existing partnerships and continue fostering a robust, collaborative environment that derives sustainable progress across the Gambia's communities. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatu Gay.
Groundnut farming is one of the major economic activities in the Gambia, significantly contributing to the country's GDP, employment and export earnings. As we enter the harvesting season, our regional correspondent, Bakari Balde, engaged some farmers in the Lower River region about this year's farming season, and he filed this report.
As they wrap up for this year's farming season, groundnut farmers in this part of the Gambia can be seen using both the primitive, manual and mechanical ways of groundnut harvesting. They say the groundnut season was affected by the inconsistency of the rainfall compared to last year. We visited and spoke to Umar Bojang from Kiama Sembe village and Yaya Jajusi, the chief of Jaro West, who outlined how the rainfall affected their crops.
The moment we completed weeding, it started raining heavily. That's why the weeds overcame our farmlands, which in turn affected most of the crops. But thank God for whatever He blessed us with.
August kono geolotal. A geolotal almost abina 1 month still.
In August, it stopped raining for a month when the crops were about to produce noodles. That's what brought the problem, and the September heavy rainfall also contributes to the poor yield.
Chief Jajusi further buttressed on the importance of groundnut farming.
Groundnut farming is of great importance. In days gone by, our forefathers who were able to construct good houses were groundnut farmers, and they got that from their harvest. While today a kilo of groundnut is about $38, which is the best in the sub-region, the importance of groundnut farming cannot be overemphasized because so many survive from it.
We also visited another prominent groundnut farmer, Baba Jebi Salah, the Alcalo of Jara Misra village. He says this year's farming season was full of challenges. He has this message for the government.
The government should try by all means to help farmers because things are getting difficult daily. If one did not have both local and modern fertilizers, it could bring a lot of challenges.
Iloso and Buba Jallo, both from Somasare Maudo, say farming is their only source of income and further highlights how animal intrusion and lack of fertilizer affected their crops.
In Soma, what disturbs us is the animal intrusion, especially at this time of the season.
Sare matdo hande tigi tigi ndem keba hen ko ganda hore ma yaten hore ma ko ma ndanya angare wala ndanya bille te andi jom engrais ne ko jom kaalis ji en winde ne ko jom nay ji sa ala ɗum ɗon fof sa remendi leydi ɓoyndi reme a yiyat ko ndemata ko a hewaten ko tampuɗa kono hewata ko dañɗa hen.
However, as the drought season is fast approaching, and despite the expected poor yield, these groundnut farmers are anticipating or hoping for a lucrative price for the sales of groundnut from the government through the National Food Security Processing and Marketing Corporation, formerly the Gambia Groundnut Corporation, GGC. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
Opanyomi saw the launch of its Ecozones Cooperative Credit Union in Jufure, North Bank region, as part of the ongoing support from Action Aid International, the Gambia, through its LRP9 office. Amadou Tamba has the rest of the story.
This gesture is a significant step in helping the community of Jufure with suitable financial solutions and enhancing resilience. It will create opportunities for local development and help improve livelihoods. Action Aid has contributed immensely to national development, and this is another invaluable contribution in making this vision a reality. Safiatou Jallow, the board president of Opanyomi Ecozone Cooperative Credit Union, expressed delight in having such an initiative that covers the whole of the North Bank region.
Since we came into contact with Action Aid, we have not regretted for a second, especially us the women and the youths. When we wanted to launch the credit union here in Yomi, we thought it is difficult, but Action Aid made it easy for us.
The manager of Opanyomi Ecozone's Cooperative Credit Union, Arlene Gett, says this initiative is to support the people of the community and help them reach their financial targets.
When
we first thought about this credit union, it was something small but a very strong idea. It was meant to create a conducive space to bring people together and help them to have a better future. With this initiative, Action Aid International the Gambia, which was established in the Gambia in 1979, strengthening the foundation of trust it has gained in different communities. For QTV News, Amadou Tamba.
The Regional Education Directorate 5 North conducted a day-long capacity building training for health head teachers in the Kauru and Panchang clusters respectively at Panchang. The aim of the training is to equip head teachers with adequate knowledge in school management. Jibril Dem tells us more.
The Regional Education Directorate 5 North conducted a day-long capacity building training for head teachers in the Kaur and Panchang clusters, respectively at Panchang. The aim of the training is to equip head teachers with adequate knowledge in school management, including things such as the like of the school improvement grants and other tools necessary for school administration. Here is Mr. Fali Fofana, the Principal Education Officer, PEO for Region 5 North. This training comes following the recent promotion of many classroom teachers to school administrators post recently.
This type of training is organized because through our research or monitoring, we have found out that most of our teachers are new, and then some of them, even those that are not new, has long been doing this activity without being trained. So we deem it necessary as a region to bring them together so that they can learn together with the activity that we plan for. That is the development and preparation of the SIG. And then other gaps that are in the posting and other things. That is why we are gathering today.
Mr. Ibrahim Asala is the Acting Senior Education Officer for Region 5 North.
The Regional Education Office, RED 5 North, through its Standard and Quality Assurance Unit, did some little research and came to understand that 75% of our teachers, headmasters particular, are new headmasters due to the new service of scheme, that's the SOS. Most of them from the combos, and they are posted to our region and they are assuming responsibilities, particularly as school managers. We thought it necessary to come together and then organize this capacity building to refresh the minds of the old and experienced head teachers, but also to build the capacity of these new headmasters.
Mrs. Sajo Jeng, headmistress of Kerdemba Gabu Lower Basic School, participated in the training.
Education is developing every day. Before, most of the heads don't have this kind of trainings, but thank God for us, we are blessed because most of these trainings conducted by the regional office, we benefited from them.
Mr. Alaji M. Sala, the principal of Buduk Basic Cycle School and a participant.
Initially, there are 75% of the principals and head teachers who are new in the administrative system. They will help them build their capacity and then help them to be error-free in any administrative issues. So long this is concerned, especially the SIP and the SIG.
This training is part of plans to properly prepare new administrators to be able to effectively discharge their duties. Reporting for QTV News, Jibril Dem.
And now for a recap of tonight's headlines. Senegal's Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko attended the second edition of the Gambia-Senegal Economic Trade and Investment Forum hosted by the Gambia Investment and Export Promotion Agency, GAIPA, in collaboration with Senegal's equivalent of GAIPA, APEX, and the High Commission of the Gambia in Dakar. The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, MOHAST, held a one-day stakeholder review and validation of the final draft report of the Madrasa survey. In a heartwarming ceremony at the National Assembly, Assembly members paid tribute to the outgoing clerk of the National Assembly, Mamadou A. Cisse. Freetown celebrated Mayor Yvonne Akisoya visited Kanife municipality on Thursday as part of the ongoing sister-city relationship between the two municipalities. That's all for now in this news bulletin. Join us at 10 p.m. for another news bulletin. Just a reminder that as a result of this extended bulletin, the BBC's Focus on Africa will be at 9 p.m. tonight.